Finally. So, if you are looking to purchase an iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, even an iPhone X during these times where everybody has to wear masks, then you need to know that you might not be able to unlock your phone using Face ID. But then, hey, it's an iPhone. You need to get one. So in this video, we're going to talk about why you should get an iPhone 11, 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max coming up next.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Cyber Reviews. Now, I've been using my iPhone 11 Pro Max 256 gig storage version for over a year now, and as we await the launch of the iPhone 12, I think this is a pretty good time to get the iPhone 11 Pro Max because there's some really great deals that you can get on Amazon, and I'm going to be leaving links in the description below, so make sure to check those out. Now, somebody will be asking, like, should I get the iPhone 11 Pro or the 11 Pro Max? And what's the difference? Well, to me, they are the same phone, just that one, the sizes of the phone differ. So the Max is the larger version, whilst the iPhone 11 Pro is slightly smaller than the Max. And then also the Max has a bigger battery, 3969, whilst the regular iPhone 11 Pro has about 3060 milliamperes of battery capacity. But apart from that, everything is the same. So it depends on you. Like, are you somebody who has large hands and wants to use the largest phone, or you want to use the most expensive iPhone in the world? You go for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. If you want to use the best iPhone, but you don't really want such a huge device to be putting on your head, then you can go for the Pro version. But the cameras, the memory, everything, same. Okay, so let's talk about them. Now, first of all, I want us to talk about the design of the iPhone 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. I love these devices. Like, they've held up very well in my time of use. And I'm someone who like always has keys in my pockets. I have other phones in my pocket. I have so many things in my pocket. And then also I put like my phone in my bag. I don't have any case on it. I've never used any case on the phone since I purchased it. But then this thing is so well built that after a whole year of my abusive, reckless use of this device, you can barely see any scratch on the back of it. Like, the back, the frosted glass is so really well built. It has fallen several times. I don't have any crack. Like, I've reached the point where if the phone falls down, I don't really care. Like, I just pick it up and I see that it's working. It's just on the front that when you shine the lights on it at a certain angle, like when the screen is off, that you would begin to notice certain scratches, but they are not deep scratches. They are very minor scratches that when the screen is fully on, you wouldn't even see. It's when you turn the screen off that you notice that, oh, you have a lot of scratches on it. And like I'm saying, I put it in my bag with my keys, other phones, laptops, so many things. I put it in my pocket. I don't have any screen protector. I don't have any case. But this thing was built like a tank. It's so durable. I have an iPhone X, and compared to this, when I hold the iPhone X, I feel that the glass is kind of fragile. It's not so strong. But this, oh man, I love the design. I love the form factor. When you hold it, you can tell that this is a very solid piece of metal and glass. Okay, I'm going to make a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and that one feels kind of very light and plasticky, but this thing feels very heavy. Like, it's so well built. I don't know how best to describe it. And upon all the nasty drops it has gone through, this thing has not failed me once. The digitizer has not stopped working. The screen, every area of the screen works perfectly. So in terms of the design of this, when we talk about build quality, if you want a phone which is going to last you a very long time, especially if you're someone who can be a bit careless like myself, this is the right phone for you to get. Now, this phone looks just like every other iPhone from the X line. So from iPhone X, XR, XS Max, all those, like from the front, because of the notch, it looks just the same. And the notch is kind of outdated in 2020. But rumor has it that the iPhone 12, which is coming, also has a notch. Whilst most phones are trying to eliminate the notch completely, Apple pretends like other phone manufacturers or other phone brands don't exist, so they still retain that notch. And like I said, in these times of the pandemic that we are going through and everybody needs to be wearing face masks, I find it very, very difficult unlocking my device using the primary unlock method of iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is face unlock. So, and sometimes in certain apps where, like WhatsApp, if you've put a lock on it, you see, you can't just get straight to inputting the passcode. It needs to try the Face ID twice, and it's a bit cumbersome. It's a bit worrisome. Okay, so I wish Apple would consider these times are not ordinary times and possibly give us an in-display fingerprint sensor as an alternative, or just a regular fingerprint sensor somewhere on their next devices. So if you are going to get one of these phones, this is something that you need to know, that unlocking your device is going to be so difficult and you need to be inputting PIN. And if somebody is like spying or like, spying to rob you or something of that, so the person can clearly see your PIN and unlock it if the person picks your pocket or something of the sort. So that's something you need to know. Now, apart from that, it has the iconic camera layout with the flash, and the cameras are really good, but the cameras are so good, I have a separate dedicated video for that. So if you are new to my channel, I do mobile phone reviews, mobile app reviews, and I bring to you affordable gadget reviews to help you make an informed decision when you're making your next purchase. So if you like that kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any episode. This phone does not have any 3.5mm earphone jack. It's a bit unfortunate that even in 2020, Apple is still using the lightning conductor. But the good thing is, in this box, finally, it comes with an 18 watt fast charging adapter. And the cable which is included, which is USB-C to lightning, I can connect it to my laptop or any other device and use it to charge fast, very, very quickly. And I can attest to it that it charges kind of very, very quickly. Now let's talk about the display on this device. The display on this device looks very, very good. And like, it's an OLED display. The panels are made by Samsung. Yeah, I know Apple fanboys like don't want to hear about Samsung, but Samsung makes these panels and they are very good, very vibrant. I haven't had any issue with my iPhone 11 Pro Max, but if you've been around my channel for a long time, you know I use an iPhone X, which has a very terrible display, not like in terms of picture quality, but then there's a ghost on it, which makes it so difficult for you to actually use your device in texting, watching content. Like it will be moving and closing apps and typing and calling 911 and like so many things. You can check. I will leave a link in the description to that particular video so that you see the comments that other people are passing. And strangely, some people said they also experienced this on the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max model. So if you're getting it, you need to be a bit careful because Apple on their official website don't acknowledge that the ghost touch effect is on other iPhone models apart from the iPhone X. So still talking about the display, what I noticed about this device is that the bezels have been reduced drastically and you get an almost all-screen display apart from the notch. But if you use the phone for a while, you kind of forget that the notch is there, or you kind of get used to the experience. So in terms of display, really top-notch, excellent display. Now let's talk about the memory. This phone comes with 4 gigs of RAM, and in 2020 this looks to be like what a lower mid-range device from any Android brand would ship. But then this is Apple, like they control both the software and the hardware. So though the RAM of 4 gig is very small, they're able to optimize the user experience such that you feel that the device is pretty smooth, like it's very fast. Of course, then we need to talk about the processor on this thing, which is the A13 Bionic processor. And when you do benchmark scores against some of the best Android devices released last year, this thing is able to hold its own. And especially when it comes to gaming, Like when you play games like PUBG or Asphalt or some of the high-end games, you notice that it's relatively smoother on the iPhone 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, even the regular iPhone 11, than on most of the high-end, Android devices. So in terms of the processor, it's really held up. It's very fast. I've been using it for over a year, installing apps, testing apps, playing games, putting so much content on it, but like I haven't noticed any significant performance decrease or anything of the sort. So it's really excellent. Like I said, this is a 256 gig variant of the iPhone 11 Pro Max I got. For me, I feel if you're going to buy an iPhone and you don't want to be tied to a subscription service for iCloud, then get as much storage as you can, because iPhones don't come with expandable storage. And you can easily run out of storage space, especially if you are like a content creator. Like I know certain content creators who film with their iPhones and now they are unable to because they've run out of storage. I use this phone as a hotspot for my iPhone X because I put my main SIM in this. And of course, I have not seen any iPhone which has two SIMs. So I put my main SIM in this. And when I use it as a hotspot, when I connect to about 4 devices, I'm okay. But the moment I connect to a 5th device, it's unable to connect at all. Like you try, it doesn't work. Or sometimes you realize that all the connected devices will just go off when you try connecting to a 5th device. So I don't know what it is with the Wi-Fi or hotspot connectivity hardware in this, but it suffers a bit in that regard. Apart from that, the user experience is pretty smooth. This is an iPhone, so you're going to get all the latest iOS updates. So I'm on the very latest, which is about 13.6 point something. And when iOS 14 comes, I'm still going to get iOS 14. So if the iPhone 12 doesn't bring significant improvement, I will still hold on to this particular iPhone for another year or so, because I know the iPhone 12 might come with 5G, but where I live, I don't have 5G access. So for now, this is a really good phone to have. Gaming on it is excellent. You can't multitask, unfortunately, though it has like all this A13 Bionic processor power in it. I wish I could sort of multitask, like watch YouTube and open Google Keep, or like play games, or at least send mails and do other things, but you can't. And for me, that's a bit of a bummer. Hopefully this can be fixed partially with an iOS 14 update where you have picture-in-picture mode. So at least you can watch some videos and do other things. But I wish you generally could decide which 2 apps you want to, use at any point in time. Another thing which is in all iPhones, not just limited to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, is that you can't just restart your device. You can turn it off, then you need to turn it on. So there are some of these petty things which really bug me about the iPhone. But I think overall, like, this is a really excellent piece of phone for you to get both hardware and software. And like I said, I'm going to leave links in the description for where you can get this and the 11 Pro Max variant at the best prices on Amazon. I'm even going to leave a link for the iPhone 11 also on Amazon so that you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Are you using an iPhone 11 Pro Max, or are you considering switching to an iPhone 11 Pro Max? Let me know what your experience has been in the comments below. Thanks, be brave.